Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this solid to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular in working more hard for you. So let us start the day to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in different time frames. So friends, here you can see a daily chart of natural gas futures. So here we can see how the natural gas futures behaved during the last week, that how the natural gas futures continued to struggle below the 200 days moving average, which is currently at the $3.954. So here I find that this level seems to be an immediate resistance for natural gas futures during the upcoming week, because the upcoming week will be of shorter duration due to Christmas holidays. So here I find that although the fundamentals are bearish due to supply constraints and winter demand, but I expect the trend could remain extremely volatile amid this trading zone. Here I'm expecting a downward move up to the levels 3.985, and on the upper side the natural gas futures could test the levels of 3.396. So friends, here I'm expecting a $1 move amid this trading range during the upcoming week, because according to Reuters reports, winters officially start with solstice on December 21st, and on December 21st we are going to have the rollover of January contracts. So here I would suggest to buy a dip of February contracts on the first trading session of the upcoming week. Here I find that we could start the upcoming week with a gap down opening well below the levels of the 3.6. So here I find that if we find a gap down opening here, I would prefer to go long from here, because on December 21st we are going to have rollover of contracts that could result in a sharp upward move, and once again the natural gas futures could test the levels of the 4.150 on the upper side, where a breakout could result in an upward move to continue up to the level of the 4.4. So friends, here I find that still we could expect a sudden change in weather forecast, because here a surprise change could be there in weather forecast that could result in a sharp upward move, because the natural gas futures are still trading in an oversold territory from where a sharp upward move could be there. So here I find that undoubtedly the natural gas futures could find stiff resistance at the 4.596, where the 26 days moving average will provide stiff resistance to natural gas futures in case of an upward move. So friends, here I find that the traders could remain focused over the next weather forecast for the period from December 26 to January 1st, where a surprise change could be there that could result in a sharp upward move. But here I find that the selling could continue with a surprise upward move. So this rally could be a fake rally, but here I find that every downward move could find short covering well above the 3.654, because here a breakdown below this level could drag down the natural gas futures up to the levels of the 3.385, from where we could find some bounce back once again, but a breakdown below this final support could result in a sharp downward move that could drag down the natural gas futures up to the levels of the 3.137, from where once again the natural gas futures could find a strong bouncing move in the coming weeks. So friends, now let's check this move in an hourly time frame. So friends, here in an hourly time frame, here you can see that the natural gas futures are still trading well below the lower end of Ichimoku cloud, but here the formation of this bullish crossover could result in a gap up opening of natural gas futures on the first trading session of the upcoming week, where the natural gas futures could start the week well above the levels of the 3.851, where I find that the immediate resistance can be seen at the levels of the 4, which is a psychological resistance. But here if the natural gas futures find a sustained move well above the levels of the 4, the natural gas futures could test the next resistance at the levels of the 4.285. Friends, here I find that during the upcoming week On the upper side, the natural futures could test the levels to $4.4. Undoubtedly, the natural futures could find sharp sell-off from these levels, but here I find that if the natural futures find a breakdown well below the level of the 3.630 on the first trading session of the upcoming week, we'll see a downward move up to the lowest 3.393, from where the natural futures could find a strong buying support, where the natural futures could remain extremely volatile and could test the upper end of this trading zone, and on the low side the natural futures could continue to find buying support well above the levels to the 3.391, and here I find that a breakout out of this trading zone will finally decide the further directional move for the upcoming week, because we are going to see a sudden change in weather forecast for the period of December 26th to January 1st. So friends, here I find that we must focus on the upcoming weather forecast for this period, because this period could continue to define the shorter duration movements for the natural futures. So thank you friends, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.